Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. Today's conference of the Minister of Education, teachers and representatives of local government was overshadowed by statements made by Maria Nawrocka-Rolewska, the Deputy Director of a Warsaw primary school. Her speech has left Poland's liberal media in dismay.
Zgodnie z opiniami Głównego Inspektora Sanitarnego oraz Ministra Zdrowia.
In the so-called yellow and red zones, school directors will be able to organise classes in a different way in the stationary mode after special consultations with provincial sanitary inspectors. This mode we have described in our guidelines. Our decisions are not out of the ordinary in any way. We have based them on European experience, on the reports of the European International Health Organization, which pointed to the fact that children are at a very low risk of carrying infection. As a result, an overwhelming majority of European countries have decided to send their children to school as usual. Several days ago, some European countries were still uncertain how to approach the beginning of the school year, but today almost every country in Europe has made practically the same decision we did. In a few days we will be celebrating the 40th anniversary of the formation of Solidarity. This movement led to the dismantling of the Warsaw Pact and eventually the Soviet communist system of the enslavement of nations. Shortly after World War II, the Soviets murdered tens of thousands of Polish patriots who wanted their country to be free. 74 years ago in Gdansk, the communists shot 17-year-old Danuta Siedzikowna and Felix Salmanowicz. Both opposed the occupation of Poland by the Soviet forces. They fought in the 5th Vilnius Brigade of the Home Army under the command of Zygmunt Sindzielowicz, known under the nom de guerre als Łapówka. Danuta, nicknamed Inka, died from a shot to the head. According to eyewitnesses' accounts, before her death, she screamed, "Long live Łapaszko, long live Poland." The Soviet communists wanted their memory to vanish, so their bodies were laid to rest in an unmarked grave. Thanks to Solidarity's victory, in 2015 the remains were identified through DNA analysis. The White and Red Trail exhibition was opened today at Plac Pilsudski Square in the centre of Warsaw. The purpose of the exhibition is to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the establishment of Solidarity, the first independent trade union and social movement in Central and Eastern Europe, which led ultimately to the fall of communism. During the ceremony at Pilsudski Square, anti-communist opposition activists from the years 1956 to 1989 were awarded crosses of freedom and solidarity. The Cross of Freedom and Solidarity is a symbol of the gratitude of the Polish state towards everyone who fought for our freedom of speech in the 1950s, 60s, 70s and 80s. The West has broken the mirror in which we can still see our reflection. We still have that mirror, even though some people want it to be broken. We can't let this happen. How symbolic is the fact that the plaque, with the words of Pope John Paul II, "May your spirit come down and renew the face of the land" on it, is cracked. We can't let Poland be cracked as well. According to those who received awards, the service to Poland was their motivation. This was my dream. For me, this medal means as much as the Virtuti Militari order in peacetime. I sacrificed my entire life so that Polish young people have the life they have and so that they could appreciate it. I fought for Poland, not Solidarity, not for the social movement, but for Poland. That was the most important for me. The White and Red Trail exhibition was opened during the event. The purpose of the exhibition is to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the establishment of the Solidarity Trade Union. The entire exhibition consists of 53 regional exhibitions, which earlier had been presented in different Polish cities. It is one of the biggest exhibitions held at Pilsudski Square. It comprises 255 charts and 510 photographs. There were many moving moments during the exhibition. There were many random people who found themselves in the photographs. It was very exhilarating. Participants in the ceremony appealed for solidarity with Free Belarus. When we walked out of the door of Warsaw Cathedral, the police stood at the doorstep and we couldn't get out. The same situation is happening now in Belarus. Long live Poland. Long live Free Belarus.
Niech żyje Polska. Niech żyje wolna Białoruś.
The plenary exhibition will be open to the public until the 16th of October. In an interview for Russian television, Russian President Vladimir Putin said that his country is ready to intervene in Belarus if, as he put it, extremists get a word in edgeways.
Alexander
Lukashenko has asked me to create the reserve forces of the Ministry of the Interior and administration for him. I did what he asked for. We decided that these forces will only be used if the situation gets out of control. The forces will not be used as long as extremists, and I would like to emphasize the word extremists, don't cross the line while using political slogans, don't start riots, set fire to cars, houses, banks, and don't try to take over the administration, and so on. During a conversation with Alexander Lukashenko, we've established that right now there is no need to use these reserve forces. Let's hope that we won't need to use them at all. Due to the Russian-Belarusian Union, we have certain obligations towards Belarus, and Alexander Lukashenko has touched on the subject of this union. He asked whether we would help his country. I told him that Russia will fulfill all of its obligations. In my opinion, when it comes to the current situation in Belarus, we are more prudent than we were in the case of other European countries, or the United States. We're informing about the situation in Belarus objectively from the point of view of both sides, Belarusian society and Belarusian business. That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.